From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We might have started a little bit cool for the day today, but our temperatures have increased, and we're also going to see those dew points increasing as well. We're seeing 82 degrees in Lansing and Grand Ledge, 81 degrees in Jackson, 83 degrees in Hillsdale. Our dew points are sitting into the mid to upper 60s, so it's feeling a little bit humid outside. And on our satellite radar, we're also seeing a little bit of some showers working through Ionia and heading into the Portland area. That will be making their way into probably the Lansing area over the next couple of hours. Now, over the next couple of hours, clouds will begin to increase and our temperatures drop back down into the 60s with isolated thunderstorms possible as we head into tomorrow morning. All the full details coming up in just a little bit. 6 News at 5:30 starts right now.
WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at 5:30.
Right now at 5:30, a large search is underway tonight in Livingston County for a missing man. Plus, video you have to see of a fireworks tent in Michigan catching fire and exploding. And a star of the streaming show, Tiger King, learns his fate in court for animal trafficking. Those stories and a lot more and all in the first 6 minutes. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Siobhan Klepfer. Let's start that clock. We begin in Livingston County, where a large search is underway tonight for a missing man from the Howell area. Take a look. This is Jerry Spalding. He is 85 years old and was last seen on Saturday night, leaving his home in Osceola Township. He is 5'8" and weighs about 160 pounds. The sheriff's office says Spalding was last seen wearing a red and green Western style shirt, blue jeans, and work boots. Tonight, people living in the area are asked to search their own properties for signs of Spalding and call the Livingston County Sheriff's Office if you have any information. An update now on the man accused of shooting 3 people at a U.S. Border Patrol facility in Texas who is connected to Michigan. Police say Ryan Mosqueda was a 27-year-old with a Ludington address. They say he fired an assault rifle at the facility at McAllen International Airport on Monday, injuring 3 people. Police returned fire and killed him. They say they found more weapons and ammunition in Mosqueda's car, which had a Michigan license plate. A 22-year-old woman is in jail tonight accused of using a hatchet to rob a PNC Bank in Southfield and attack an employee there. Police arrested Blake Herring on Monday for the July 1st robbery. Tonight, Herring is charged with 1 count of bank robbery and 1 count of assault with intent to murder. She was given a $2 million bond. The employee who was hit in the head was hospitalized but is now recovering at home. Well, that is a fireworks sales tent in Wexford County that caught fire on Saturday, causing, the fireworks to go off. This video is from the Michigan State Police and shows how troopers responded to a call about a fire and finding that it had already engulfed this area when they arrived. There were no injuries reported, and the cause of the initial fire is still being investigated. In North Carolina, a couple and their 2 children were killed in a small plane crash. A man and woman, they were both 35 years old, and their children were 10 and 9. They were the only people on the plane when it crashed on Monday afternoon. The plane was traveling to South Carolina from Florida. Tonight, the FAA is investigating.
It's okay, baby. It's okay. Oh, you're hot.
Well, that was the moment police rescued 2 young children from a hot car in Georgia. It happened last month, but the video just came out. Police say concerned passersby saw the kids and called 911. Officers smashed a window to get into the car. Police arrested a man for leaving the kids in there for about 41 minutes. They say it was about 117 degrees inside the vehicle at the time. Tiger King star Bhagavan Antal, also known as Doc, was sentenced today to 12 months in federal prison for trafficking exotic animals and money laundering. Antal pleaded guilty to the charges in 2023. Prosecutors say the trafficked animals included cheetahs, lions, tigers, and a chimpanzee. Police arrested Antal in 2022 after the premiere of the Netflix documentary series Tiger King, which focused on former zookeeper Joe Exotic. Well, pretty soon you'll be able to keep your shoes on at the airport. The Transportation Security Administration is phasing out its nearly 20-year policy requiring airline passengers to remove their shoes at TSA checkpoints. The plan is getting a slow rollout at several airports across the country. It is expected the TSA will just let the old shoe removal policy expire.
Already, if you were a pre-check flyer, you weren't taking your shoes off. And at peak times when they would bring a dog through the line, people weren't taking their shoes off, even in general security. And there's been an argument for a while that the body scanner technology that people go through in general security is sufficient enough to detect threats. TSA is also developing additional scanners that are even better at sensing it.
The policy went into effect back in 2006, several years after Richard Reed tried to blow up an American Airlines plane with explosives hidden in his shoe. His attempt was unsuccessful, but it pointed out a weak spot in security screening measures. The state of California is formally rejecting a federal Department of Education proposal to ban transgender athletes from competing in school sports. In May, President Donald Trump publicly targeted a transgender girl who was a high school athlete competing in track and field. He threatened to withhold federal funding if she was allowed to compete, which she did. McMahon posted on social media that California will hear from Attorney General and Trump defense team member Pam Bondi on the matter. Authorities are responding to impersonations of Marco Rubio driven by artificial intelligence. A report by the Washington Post says the impersonation of Secretary of State Marco Rubio attempted to reach out to at least 3 foreign ministers, a United States senator, and a governor. The State Department says the issue is currently an ongoing investigation and that the department is taking steps to improve its cybersecurity to prevent future incidents. Well, here in Michigan, another Hot and Now is expected to open. Gun Lake Investments announced today that the fast food chain will make a comeback this summer with the restaurant opening up across the street from Gun Lake Casino in Allegan County. Another location is expected to open in Alpena in the fall. There is one independently owned Hot and Now open in Sturgis. The chain got its start in Kalamazoo in the 1980s and had restaurants across the country until filing for bankruptcy in 1984. Some global news for you now. Scientists say a bioluminescent algae spotted off the southern coast of Australia is good news for marine life. And what politicians there are calling a national disaster, a different kind of algae is killing massive amounts of fish in these waters. Well, this red algae actually eats the algae that's killing the fish. Ecologists are calling this a war between algae. And running down our first 6 minutes of news, Monday was the start of the San Fermin Festival in Spain, where they hold the running of the bulls in the city of Pamplona. According to reports, 6 people were injured, but none were gored. Thousands of tourists come from all over the world to run alongside the locals during the 7-day festival. I'm usually up for most things, would not be interested in participating in this, Kelsey.
Yeah, and I'm glad to hear that no one was hurt, but
Yeah.
I mean, did they say 7-day festival? Or
7-day, that's right.
Oh, that's intense.
Yeah.
But
How's the intense heat here in mid-Michigan? We cooling down a little bit?
Well, we've seen a few cool days over the past few days,
Yeah.
but we're going to start to see that humidity inch up just a little bit, and that means that our chances for showers and thunderstorms are also going to increase over the next couple of hours.